the course of my experience with a lot of business owners, a lot of folks who have been very successful entrepreneurially or have been able to accumulate through one method or another a reasonable amount of wealth, there is somewhat of a lack of understanding of how some of the details of the way in which estate planning and some of those issues can really end up eventually undermining a very well thought out plan. Rarely do I see anybody who looks at the holistic. In fact, I should say I've never seen that until I worked with Joyal Capital Management, who took a top-down approach to the whole estate plan, overall financial plan, really a life financial plan, and in many respects I think kind of an outsourced family office approach to helping folks through these issues. And I think Joyal Capital Management is particularly adept at working with CEOs, business owners who are very, very busy, have literally no time in a given day, but to help sort of hold their hand, guide them through that process of pulling together the necessary documentation and making sure that that plan is very, very well, basically making sure it's airtight. It's bolted together very firmly around the objectives that Joyal Capital Management had worked with them and other advisors they may have had to bring together again in a holistic manner. The wealth management system that Joyal Capital Management has is really very impressive and also very important. I think they're part of the holistic approach in the way I've observed and I've experienced quite candidly is that it takes all those pieces of the puzzle that you go through in the process of completing that durable plan, that bulletproof plan that can make its way through the changes of the future, whatever they may be. The ability to monitor that from an electronic standpoint, to know exactly where you are at any given point in time, to be able to literally push a button and have a financial statement that's comprehensive, that's correct, that's up to date, that's on point is extremely valuable. The sign of any very high quality organization is the quality of the people that work there, and that seems incredibly oversimplistic, but it's the truth, and it's one of the things I think many businesses miss sometimes. And I will tell you, the folks that support Gary Joyal, Richard Joyal, Stephen Stabile, all of the group there are absolutely top-notch. Very, very responsive, on top of every detail, and they really made the process of getting through the original planning process for me and my wife extremely easy. So just wonderful folks who are on top of that with a very delicate and thoughtful manner about them, which is very important to us down here beneath the Mason-Dixon line, but also in all candor, very, very delightful folks to work with. Most of the financial services industry in general are focused, no matter what piece of it, including estate planning or otherwise, they're product focused. Joyal Capital Management takes a completely opposite approach, which is a solutions-oriented approach. Start with the solution you want to create around the very unique circumstances of that particular person, family, shareholder, manager, business owner, etc., and then work backwards to create the optimal solution, the durable plan. That's one of the key reasons why we began to work together a lot, and then ultimately I also ended up personally working with Joyal Capital Management.